thank you to everybody that's watching, that will watch, and all of that. Appreciate you. It is a very, very sad day in the world. I was gonna say hip hop, the sad day in hip hop. It is a sad day in hip hop, but it's a more world thing because we lost a giant, you know, someone who was on his way to being. I mean, he already was, but someone who was being established as a giant. And this is, it sucks because, you know, some people they do so much for others in the world and people in general. And you have people who just infect everything around them. Like in a bad way. Like there's people who just spread toxicity on everything around them and near them. And then you got people who legitimately empower and have the platform to empower. And then just to know that this dude was killed today really brought like a lot into perspective for me. And I'm so sad because Nipsey is somebody I thought I was gonna meet. I wrote a song called "Letter to Nipsey." You know, just because after I listened to Victory Lap, I was inspired and I was like, I want to say thank you to this dude. And I wrote it in a song. Maybe I'll record it one day. But I wanted to send it to him personally and just say, you know, I'm not looking for you to, you know, blow me up or nothing like that, but I just want you to hear this so that you know that, like, there's people that genuinely support what you're talking about. And, like, what you're saying is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Like, what I believe in. And so for somebody like that to pass away, you know, in the way that he died, it's so reminiscent of the darkness that hip hop seems to always go through. And it makes you wonder, like, why is it always a hip hop artist? Especially when it's somebody on the empowerment tip.
Welcome to the King
Nipsey
of
was
Iron
on.
Fist Tournament 7.
When you listen to Victory Lap, and this is a classic immediately following his death, right? This album is a classic because now, whatever he was whatever he was gonna bring out after this, if he hasn't already recorded it, which I'm sure he's recorded stuff, so we probably gonna get some tracks, but whatever he recorded, you know, or wherever he was going or what he wanted to do, we never gonna find that out. And like, yo, the weirdest thing is like earlier this morning, due to circumstances beyond my control, I was home this morning and Kid Capri was on Boom Bap Nation spinning records at like 10 in the morning. 10 in the morning, Kid Capri was on stage DJing. 80s and 90s. I'm talking about he was hitting you with Fireside, Smith and Wesson, you know, Busta Rhymes, Tribe Called Quest, Nas, like just in the most old school, nostalgic essence of hip hop way he was killing on the turntable. Like, and I was at 10 in the morning. I watched it twice because I was so amped from this video. And he played um Big L um at a certain point in that set. And of course he would play Big L because
Round
Big
2.
L
Fight.
you know, Put It On is that jam. If you a Big L fan, you know Put It On, you know. And Kid Capri is part of the creation of that joint. So
KO.
this is why I be playing on player matches when I first start playing, because my fingers don't be warmed up. I be getting beat up. I'm about to go on rank. Not yet. I ain't never played nobody that played with Lucky Boy. So he played Big L, and
You lose.
you know, every time you listen to Big L, you go, man, this dude was so incredible lyrically. He was so incredible. And then always in the back of your head is, man, rest in peace to that dude, because we never got to see him reach his full potential. And he seemed like he was at his full potential before he died. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, time never gave him an opportunity to reach maximum. I know it didn't. He was too young when he passed away. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, what if Big L even had the opportunity
Round
to,
1.
you know what I mean, drop some chart topping. I mean, everything that he got is classic. But I hate that it's classic because it's his last. Man, Victory Lap is Nipsey's last. I mean, like I said before, unless, you know, there's work that his producers have that he was working on before his passing, but like, regardless, like, man,
Fight.
you know? So, you know, everybody in the world immediately after something like this happens, first thing they want to talk about is what the cause of it is. I know the news and media and stuff is gonna make this a
KO.
gang related thing because Nipsey is known to be a Crip.
Fight.
But this don't seem like a gang related thing to me. And that's not to say that I even know who's, you know, everybody's life and what people be going through, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I was, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how deep that is, because that's not my life. That's not my lifestyle. So,
Round 4.
I could be totally wrong.
Fight.
But, just knowing that the man, you know, was outside his store, taking a picture, they said, with a little girl he was taking a picture with, outside of his store that he put in his hood. Because his goal was empowering his community, the community that he grew up in, his hood. He had a store in his hood. And I was just watching a news program, and him going into the store and talking about what it was for, his clothing line and everything else.
Get ready for the
Man,
next battle.
and you just don't think that somebody like that is about to be on the headlines. He was shot and killed. You don't think somebody like him gonna be one of the victims of the senseless stuff. There's so many dudes out here that's doing that's grimy, that's just doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Their music is just like, man, what are you talking about? Like, they whole outlook on life is like, bro, what do you live for? Like, where are your morals? Like, what do you want out of life? Nipsey was the dude that undoubtedly you could sit there and say, you know, that he was somebody that wanted change, positive change, that he wanted things to be, you know what I mean? He did a song, I think, with YG on Victory Lap, and I don't know, but just from watching the video, because I know Nipsey is a Crip, And I assume that YG is a blood because
Fight.
Nipsey was wearing blue, YG was wearing white, wearing red. Um, but it was like a come together, like, you know what I'm saying? Like these colors, you know what I'm saying? They separate us. Like we just as great together. You know what I mean? And that somebody that got that type of message and that want to do
Round
that, you
three.
know what I'm saying? That's
Fight.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther quality. That's Tupac, you know, level. You know what I mean? Because not only was he saying, you know, in his music, like talking about empowerment, like when I listened to Victory Lap, the very first time I listened to it, I was like, yo, I gotta get myself together. I gotta like, you know, move different. You know what I mean? Like I gotta like put in work. I gotta get this. You know,
Round four.
it's a motivational record. The whole record is like, man, I feel that as a man. And then
Perfect.
after all that this man worked for
Final round.
and did in his life to get to where he was at 33, man, the same age Jesus was. That sucks. That sucks. You had so much life, you had so much potential, you had so much growth and so much room to show us what you was really made of and like what your plan was to implement everything that you wanted to do, and you was already putting it into motion, and there you are, you gone. That just don't make sense to me.
Get ready for the
But what they
next
say,
battle.
only the good die young. I hope that don't mean nothing for me no time. Cause that's just it's pitiful to think about the mortality of man. Like this is really where we are. This is who we are. And this is what's gonna happen until the grand scheme of things takes place, and then you know we could just all of this be refuse. But like just the thought of it, like man, no more influence from that guy.
Round one. Fight.
You know, his family won't get the chance to benefit from the library that he had in his head. As a man, as a businessman, who he was and how he got to where he was, the library
KO.
that he is as a man. That man can teach a class
Two. Fight.
on hustling, on becoming what you want to be, you know. And unfortunately, we won't get that. So it's like with the greatest remorse that I gotta say it. But rest in peace, Nipsey. And somebody get Lauren London and like hold her tight and hold her close and don't let her go for a little
Round
while.
three.
She gonna need that because that was a real nigga that she was. I mean that's how I feel. He's somebody that inspired me. There's a lot of people on my like newsfeed and stuff saying like something gotta change. Yeah, something gotta change. But like I think if we make this about gangs, we will.
You lose.
I mean, there's a plus to it. This could be the end of, you know, or the bringing together of Blood and Crip thing to where they look back at his life and see what his purpose and what his message was and go, you know what, they right. You know what I'm saying? We could be taking care of our people. You know what I mean? Together to get this color, that. I mean, we need to. You know what I mean? Or this cannot be that. And
Are you ready?
Round one.
it could
Fight.
be another Tupac situation, man. I hate it. I hate it. I hate that stuff like this happens in the world. But I'm not I'm not so naive to pretend like I don't know why stuff like this happens. And I'm not ungrateful enough to act like I don't know why this stuff doesn't happen. I believe in God, and I believe that
KO.
there is a war
Round 2.
in this world
Fight.
beyond any of us. I mean, it got something to do with us, but it's deeper than us. And that it has to be settled. I believe in a resurrection of the righteous and the unrighteous. That's what it say in the book. And I feel like anybody that's Christian know that.
KO.
That's what I believe.
Round 3. Fight.
I'm definitely not about to get super religious on everybody, but I mean, it is important to share this because I don't believe that God looks at people like that and go, oh well, that was the end of it for you. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that's doing way worse in this world, in this whole entire world. That's just filthy people, and that's living lavish. You know what I'm saying? They good, and I don't like to think that somebody that's
Round 4.
that put in so much work to really help and empower other people. It's just, that's just it for them. So,
KO.
we lost the legend. Well,
Final round.
we gained the legend. That's how legends happen, right? I just wish I could have told him that one time. Hustle and Motivate. Victory Lap is the most important hip hop album in the last
KO.
15, 20 years, to be honest.
You
See
lose.
you next time. Bye.
I'm happy I'm fighting a Lucky Chloe because it's cool. She's cute and she breakdance. I ain't never seen nobody that was dope with Lucky Chloe. I don't have the energy to play super competitively right now. Like, I'm really sad. As a hip hop artist, like, that's somebody that you listen. When you heard that record and his Slauson mixtapes and all of them,
Round
he always
1.
was on that.
Fight.
You know what I'm saying? Real estate. You know what I'm saying? Talking financial literacy, independence, like, with a message that unfortunately probably should have never reached mainstream. Because the powers that be, when you got that much attention and that much pull, and people know that, man, I just could imagine what the situation is.
Fight.
Because they don't have no suspects or nothing. I'm sorry, in this day and age, there's a camera everywhere, and you can find anybody anywhere if you're looking.
KO.
If they don't got no suspects or nothing like that, and
Fight.
or they try to push the gang agenda, I'm sorry, man. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the narrative. That'll be exactly the opposite of what Nipsey wanted his life to be about.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
I'm sorry, I gotta take a moment of silence.
KO. Final round. Fight.
Here we go.
Stupid little win button.
KO. You
See you
lose.
next time. Bye.
This dude is dope though. I'm gonna play it one more time. He beat me 3 times in a row, so very
Get
stressful.
ready for the next battle.
Man, Nipsey. Man. That's hard. That's a hard loss. You know what I mean? In this generation, that's Tupac. Really. In the level of relevance his music had
Are
in this
you
day and
ready?
age.
Round 1. Fight.
1, 2, finish.
KO.
That's not even what I meant to do.
Round
I hate
2.
these buttons.
Fight.
Double.
I love Lux and Chloe, man. I hate this guy that I'm playing
Perfect.
because he one of them don't let you stand up
Round
people,
3.
but
Fight.
I'm like more enamored by her moveset.
Perfect. You lose.
やったね。
We lost the giant. We lost Nipsey. You don't get people like that all the time. I just hope that I can do my best to make sure that I stay true to myself and, you know, everything. Drop a comment, just alright, Nipsey, whatever. And